So here's the situation. You're driving down the road and all of a sudden you're stranded with a flat tire. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna ride on the rim of your car?
No!
Are you gonna cry like a baby?
No!
Or are you gonna call your dad to drive 4 hours one way to help you?
No!
Or are you gonna be an adult and fix it yourself?
Yes!
In this video you'll learn how to recognize that you have a flat tire.
Oh, I have a flat tire.
How to take that flat tire off and how to replace it with a new one. First thing you're going to need to do is find your tools. Follow me. In most cars or SUVs, your tools will either be on the sidewalls or underneath. In this vehicle, it's in the sidewalls. First thing you need to do is obviously take the sidewall off to get to the tools. First you have your wrench, your extension, and your jack. Next, what you're going to want to do is get your spare tire. Now, in bigger vehicles, the tire is usually underneath, and in small cars, it's going to be underneath the inside of the trunk. This car, it's underneath, so to get the tire lowered, you're going to need to take the extension, and inside this hole, I know it's not possible to see, but you'll see if you look inside, is a spot to hook up the wrench. Once you have the wrench connected, you're going to want to spin it counterclockwise to drop the tire. And as I do this, the tire beneath the car is dropping to the ground. When the tire is completely off, you're going to want to take it off underneath the car and bring it over to your flat tire, which I'm going to skip that step because my tire isn't actually flat. Once you've gotten your tools and your spare tire, what you're going to want to do is work on the flat tire, and this is my flat tire. And the first thing you have to do is get to the lug nuts, which are under the hubcap, and to pop the hubcap off, you'll take your wrench, and this has got a tool to take the hubcap off. And there's a little slot for me to stick it in here and pull back, pry it off. Really easy to do. The next thing we want to do is break the lug nuts, which means loosen them up before you raise the tire, because once the tire's off the ground, it'll just spin while you're loosening it up. So that's what I'll do now. Once we've loosened up the lug nuts, it's time for us to jack up the car. And it's really important that you put the jack underneath the car, because obviously you're not going to lift it, but it's got to be on the frame of the car, because otherwise it can ruin the car and it won't lift it up correctly. Right here is the frame of my vehicle, and it fits in permanently right there. Now with the jack's inside the car, you want to stick the wrench inside the jack to jack the car up off the ground. Alright, and then you just twist clockwise. Now the car is jacked up completely off the ground, what you want to do is take off every one of your lug nuts completely. Alright, so now that your lug nuts are all off, you're going to want to take the tire off, and sometimes it can be stuck on there because of rust. So what you just need to do is kick it loose, like so, and then you're usually a lot harder than that, but now my tire's loose, so I'll take it off, and typically you'll have your spare tire sitting next to your flat tire, so you can put that back on, which is what I'll just do with this one now. And to put it on, obviously you'll need to line up the holes again. Like so. Alright, and then what you want to do is start rescrewing your lug nuts back on. Now that you've tightened up the lug nuts most of the way, it's time to drop the car, which you'll do slowly by turning your jack counterclockwise, just like this one. And to finish up, you'll want to tighten every one of the lug nuts like so they're completely tight, and you want to do it in a star pattern because that tightens everything evenly. And what I mean by that is, I'll tighten this one, then come across, make sure this is tight, and keep crossing up. Alright, finally, you'll take your hubcap, pop it back into place, and your car is ready to go. Now I've showed you how to recognize you have a flat tire. take the tire off and put a spare tire on. I believe this is a key skill to know because now if you're stranded with a flat tire, you understand what to do. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and like and subscribe below.